Welcome to Spotlight. My guest today is a candidate for the state of Michigan House of Representatives District 43, an Independence Township trustee serving for the second time, and he is currently working for the state of Michigan in the Department of Health and Human Services, and he is also a TV host. Welcome to MEA, Jose Aliaga.
Thank you, thank you.
It's a great having you here at our station.
Thank you, it's an honor and privilege, and quite frankly, very nice studio. I was really impressed coming here today and see the technology, everything. I mean, it's great. The guys were really nice too, and
thank you.
Thank you.
You were a former candidate. What made you decide to run again?
Well, it's in my heart. I think it's who I am. Since when I was 5 years old, I mean, I born in Peru in South America, and I always liked to be a public servant. That was my dreams when I was a kid, and I always liked to help people. And then I'm running again because I believe I can do something about what's going on in Lansing. I want to make the difference, and I know I've done it before as a township trustee,
yes.
And I want to do it again, but from Lansing.
How many candidates are running for this for the state of Rep?
So far, we are 3. But we don't know yet until May. People can still, maybe sometimes we have races, we have even 9 people. It was races in the past.
Yes, because the election will be on November 6th of 2018, right?
Then, yeah, but it's going to be a primary election on August 7th.
Which is in August 7th, okay.
7, yes.
Yes. So you said you are 3 candidates?
3 so far, yes.
Okay, and what qualifications do you have or that would distinguish you from the other candidates?
Well, I think the main difference is, well, the other 2 candidates are trustees like me. I'm a township trustee, but I work for the state of Michigan. I work in the Department of Health and Human Services, which, that being said, I have the experience already working for the state of Michigan, which I know really what's going on, what are the issues, the problem, what is working currently, and what is not working, and what can be fixed. And when you work inside in the state of Michigan, you really see it. You're in touch what's going on.
Yeah.
And that experience is very important because when you sit in the state of Michigan, you know what's going on and what has to be fixed. And you can be the voice for the people and represent people well, knowing the issues and how it can be fixed.
Yeah, because when you get elected, you are the voice of people and you have to carry this voice to Lansing. So obviously, this is what you want.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So what will be your number 1 focus if you get elected?
Well, my focus is in keep taxes low. I think taxes are too high. A lot of people in the state of Michigan vote down the gas tax. Lansing is to move forward and approve it and raise the gas tax. And I think we need to be more proactive. I understand that not raising taxes is the right solution.
So how are you going to do that?
Well, first of all, when people raise the gas tax, they always go to the general fund. And all this money goes to the general fund and is used for something else.
Yes.
I believe we need to have one single account that goes just to the gas for the roads, account for the roads, not just go to the general funds and mix with everything.
Yes.
Because then we always end up with gas increase, tax increase, tax increase. Gralhon did the tax increase, Snyder did it with the current house, but it's always going that circle, politics as usual.
So would it lower the taxes by you doing that?
Well, what I do believe is keeping taxes low or cut some taxes, because when you raise taxes, what it does is take money away from people. I do believe in the Reaganomics.
Yeah.
What it is when you cut taxes, we leave more money in people's pocket and people spend more money.
Yeah, I know you have a story about how you saved taxpayers $50,000 for the year. Tell me about this.
Well, what happened is we have currently in the township, we used to have a TV station, local TV station, and this TV
a
cable local TV.
Yeah.
That works with every township have it, but the difference was that we have it, but nobody use it, and we spend $55,000 per year taxpayer money.
Okay.
I was sitting in that committee appointed by the board, and I worked with the board of trustees to do something about it, because it was an article in the newspaper saying that Independence Township has the worst TV station because we spend too much money and nobody using it. But also we have the school, in Clarkson schools, they have a TV station, but they don't have the latest equipments. They have equipment for the 90s, very old. But we have more than 50 kids. They want to learn how to edit the broadcast and learn, but they don't have the latest equipments. When the township have the latest equipments, but no people.
But yes.
So what we did is we closed the TV station, moved the equipments to the high school.
So that was your idea?
There was an idea they put together. I was in that community. I was one of the talk. The idea was a supervisor, and we moved forward with that. So I cannot take the full credit because I always believe that we as a team work as a whole board, but I was in that community.
Yes.
So it was very skeptical it's going to work or not because nobody done it before, and people says, oh, that's a crazy radical idea.
Yeah.
But what ended up is now all kids, we have 120 kids per year, they're learning how to edit it, broadcast, they're getting extra skill for free, and we save $55,000 taxpayer money,
That is awesome.
and then we cut taxes too. So we save money and we are more efficient. Sometimes politicians believe that raising or spending more money is the right solution. In this case, we spend less money, $55,000 less. We cut taxes and we are more efficient. We cover more.
That's great.
And
that's
those
awesome.
ideas that we want to bring to Lansing.
Yes, that's awesome. I think. And what else would you work on if you get elected?
Well, I do believe also that we need to improve some other system in the state of Michigan. We have softwares that are very inefficient, that so many people come to the, for example, the Department of Health. People come for a service, people ask for applying for different services for the state of Michigan, but our workers are overwhelmed, and part of it is because the system don't work. The current softwares that we have are really obsolete, and we need to replace that. And the reason we buy those softwares is because the Constitution of Michigan states that we need to get always the lower bid, but sometimes end up being the most expensive because when you buy a software that's so cheap, each update costs so much money when you couldn't buy something a little bit more expensive, but
So
end
how
up
do you do
saving
that
them.
exactly?
So since I know the issue really well,
Yeah.
I believe it's time to put together, instead buying software around, put together a team of people, local people from, they work already in the Department of Health or different departments. They already know the issues, they know the problem. Put together a team and start working and make up a software made in Michigan. They can be work and replace the current one we have. They spend too much money and don't work.
Yes.
It's one idea, but I have other ideas. Instead buying the cheapest, let's buy something that's a little bit more expensive but don't need much updates and can be more efficient, that will help our customer in the state of Michigan. Roads. Well, I do believe that every time we do a contract with some of these people that provide the service to repair the roads or make new roads, they have to have a guarantee. At least they have to be at least 2 years, that if we have a pothole during the in the 2 years, they have to be fixed by them, not by the state of Michigan. Because it's not possible that you have a new road and the following year it's already have potholes and all that, but it's brand new. Have to have a guarantee in the contract at least 2 or 3 years. Then it's gonna, if something happens in the roads during that first 2 or 3 years, they have to repair, and it's not coming from the state of Michigan, it's coming from the contractor that provide that service. They have to repair it. Why we have to put more money? Have to have some sort of guarantees.
Sure. So why should people vote for you?
I do believe I'm the most qualified candidate because I'm not just a trustee. I have a 5 years experience. Also, I work for the state of Michigan. I know the issues. I care about people. Whether it's election season or not, I still up there knocking on doors, helping people, because I like helping people. If somebody need in the winter time to shovel the driveway, I am there. I say, Jose, can you help me? I am there. And it's part to be a public servant. It's helping people. It's about helping people.
It is about helping people.
State rep is very close to the people. My district is actually Independence Township, Clarkston, Waterford, and Lake Angeles. It's very close right there.
Yeah.
And
only those 3, right?
those 4. Well, most people think Independence and Clarkston are together, but they're actually
they're not.
not.
Okay.
Independence Township is
I'd like you to explain that, please.
Yeah, it's much bigger. It's 39,000 people. The village of Clarkston is smaller, but we share the Clarkston zip codes. We share the Clarkston name, Clarkston.
Yes.
We don't go by Independence Township.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but Independence Township is much bigger. It's the whole square of.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, before we talk about your talk show,
Yeah.
I'd like to know the story about how you migrated 17 years ago from Peru and you came to the States. How was it like? How was the experience of it?
Well, when you come as an immigrant, you come with a lot of hopes, a lot of dreams, and that.
What made you come to begin with?
I came to go to school. I want to go to school and get a degree. I told my parents I would like to come to the United States and try. And then I went to OCC, Oakland Community College, and I learned, I talk English as a second language.
Yes. So you didn't know the language?
No, I didn't know the language.
So you came to the States with no English at all?
No English, I didn't know anybody. I didn't know much about it.
You told me you had no money, nothing.
No money, nothing. Like every immigrant, they come here with a lot of hopes, but you know, American is the right place. I came for my American dream.
The land of opportunities.
The land of opportunities,
yes,
you're right.
Yes.
And I worked hard, then I went to U of M. I got my Bachelor of Political Science, and then my Master in Social Science and concentration in History.
Yes.
And it's very rewarding because in America, you have an opportunity.
Yes.
But you have to work hard.
Of course.
And it's one of the things that I want to defend in Lansing. I want to defend the American dream. The opportunity, the land of opportunity. When you work hard, you reach your dreams.
What are your views about the immigration laws here?
Well, it has to be, you know, it's no open borders. I mean, the only country that have open borders is Somalia and doesn't have even government there, you know. I believe that I have to have some security and protection for our country. As you know, we have a lot of problems outside, and I think
Especially now.
Yeah. And that I believe we need to enforce the law. I mean, at 1/3 of the jails, we have people that are undocumented, people that commit a lot of crimes, and I think that's why we have laws. You know, I mean, if we talk about the borders in Mexico, I recognize that some immigrants are good. They come here because they look for opportunity, because things are great here. That's why they're coming here.
Everybody wants to come here.
Everybody wants to come here because it's the land of opportunity. But unfortunately, we have to have, I mean, everybody have laws, everybody have immigration, and then we need to enforce the law. I believe, I support legal immigration. I think immigration is great.
Yes.
But we need to know who are coming here. You know, we don't want those drug dealers, those bad people. We don't want the people that want to damage our country.
Yes. And what did you bring from Peru?
What I bring from Peru? I came as an immigrant. I think one of the things I like to always share my faith, my hopes. I always one of the things I learned from my grandpa, my parents, is to have faith. I strongly believe in God, and when I have people surrounding me, I always try to share those values or cheer up my friends. I think.
How did you embrace your culture, both cultures, American and the culture from Peru?
Well, I like to always. One of the things I like to share is always when in Independence Township, people always ask me to teach salsa. I like to dance, and I like to teach people salsa. I volunteer my time, sometimes teaching salsa in the library, in the senior center, or I teach Spanish in the senior center as well.
You're still teaching now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or I did volunteer before for a while for schools to interpret Spanish for parents when they have a school board and they have people that cannot speak English. I interpreted and translate for them.
So you volunteer for that?
For a while for school. Yes, I did in the past. And then, so I try to help with my culture, or I make presentation about the Incas Empire, about history, because it's my degree. Yeah. So I go to the, I volunteer also or help in the library to talk about the Peruvian culture. Yeah. So I like to share and help people.
Yeah, the reason I asked, I mean, Peru is a beautiful country. I've heard so much about it. I have never been there, but I heard it's so beautiful.
You should.
Yeah. Do you go and visit there sometimes?
I go sometimes once per year. If you're asking for Machu Picchu, I went there a lot of times.
Okay.
Machu Picchu is one of the 7 wonders of the world. Beautiful country, very warm to American people. Okay. Peru have a free trade agreement with United States, so in commerce they do really well. And that I met several people across Oakland County that told me, I went to Peru and I like Machu Picchu. People are so nice. Yeah. I like the food. It's very nice country to visit. I mean.
we're going to move on to talk about your show.
Sure.
Tell me, is it a political show? What is it about?
My show is about everything. We talk politics, cultural, history. I brought historians. I brought people that want to start a business or have an idea about business. I want to talk about it.
When did you start your show?
I started the show in 2012. Somebody called me and says, Jose, you can have your own show. I says, really, me? Yeah, let's start one time. I started with a friend, Don Rush. He told me to start in that was Clarkson News. They have a local TV on internet.
Okay.
So start really little. And then when I got elected township trustee, we find out we didn't have much shows going on in Clarkston, Independence
So
Township.
your station is in Clarkston. It's a local station, yes.
Yeah, so I moved from Clarkston News, the private sector, to the public TV on Comcast and AT&T. So I moved basically my show, and it went well. I got people call, say, Jose, can I be in your show?
How popular is your show?
It was growing. We have a Facebook page. We have a YouTube channel too, and people watching it. We did 2 shows in Spanish, most of it in English.
Oh, you only did 2 shows in Spanish?
Yeah,
What's
2
the
shows.
outcome on that?
It was good. I got the world champion of jet ski,
Oh, okay.
and he's from Peru, and I got the champion of Chile, a cross country runner.
Oh, okay.
And it was interesting
sounds
because he came
fun,
from Peru and
interesting.
Chile. You know, they
Yes.
flew to be on my show. I'm like, hey,
That is awesome.
it's working great.
Yes,
So yeah.
yes, that's great.
Yes.
I wish you good luck on that.
Thank you.
I'm sure it's a lot of fun, and I'll try to watch you.
Hopefully I have you on my show very soon too.
I hope so too.
Uh-huh.
Well, I want your final thoughts today, please.
Sure. About
About the election.
Well, I think elections are tough. You know, I know representing private interesting. I represent the people. People that knows me, they knows who I am and what I done for the township will tell you that I always like to listen to people because I don't represent my views. I represent the people's views, people ideas. I always support people. And when I say support people, it's because I like to listen what the people have to say. That's why I knock on doors, and it's my private poll, because when I knock on doors, I know what's going on. And that I believe in, like I said before, in lower taxes, less regulation, and small government. And I'm not just talking, I actually done it before. I want to go to Lansing to represent the people. I think it's difficult times now when we need a strong leadership, and I want to do it again, but from Lansing, I represent you well.
That's great. Well,
Thank you.
Jose Aliaga, you are in for a marvelous start, I think,
Thank
and
you.
I wish you a good luck on your campaign. And great to have you here again,
Thank
okay?
you.
Jose Aliaga, a candidate for the state of Michigan House of Representatives, District 43.